Hello, good evening everyone, welcome back to Monday Race Club, our Premier Championship Tier 1. We've just had the Tier 2 race a moment ago, and now we're going to see again the 20 quickest that we have to offer in Monday Race Club go at it for the opening round of the season. Up here in the commentary box with me I have Andrew Monster, fresh off an opening round podium. How are you doing, mate? You seem obviously in good spirits after that.
I am not too bad, thanks again, Jacob. Welcome everybody. Fresh season.
Fresh season indeed. A little bit of a longer calendar this season, whereas last year we did 10, I think. We're doing 11 or 12 rounds this year. Nope, yep, 11. I was right the first time round. So we started off here in Bahrain. By the time we finish this season, we will be at Spa in Belgium with a week off around about the Christmas period. So about 12 weeks from here until the end of the season. Just about to see Night Shadow pop off on his lap now. Of course, lead commentator for Tier 2. And he was absolutely itching to get out there himself, and we'll be able to see what he can do in that McLaren. Well, my Tier 1 counterpart. Let's say he's on the medium tyres, a bit squirrely there, out of 4 and then into 5 and 6 with these treacherous curves. You want to avoid those, and he does. He's taken my advice there. Nice and tight through that hairpin, good traction out of it as well. 9 and 10, tricky corners. We saw a few comings together here in the Tier 2. He's gone wide there, and that is going to affect his straight line speed.
Validated the lap.
As well as it, did it pop up with a little notification to say?
Yeah, if you actually put the track map on, if it goes red, it will signal that the lap's invalidated.
Oh, well, there you go. Look at that.
Sorry.
You learn something new every day. Meanwhile, his McLaren teammate, Rhys Whitcomb, puts himself up on provisional pole. Genie top popping in just behind. We've got a few now setting some laps. We've got Camo in there as well. MTO's gone second. And Gavin will get going again. We'll pop back towards him in a moment. Just want to check and see how some of the other... Oh dear, we're just taking a look at G-Star Snipes. Ollie Racing popping himself there 5th on those medium tyres. Shadow Cobra, Genie's teammate, going 3rd.
There's a position I know to be in. I'm excited for that Alpine lineup for this season.
Who was it before? Who was it before? I cannot remember. Oh yeah, it was you. It was you. Oh yeah, it was you, wasn't it? Yeah. So obviously Shadow Cobra, Tier 2 champion from last season, season 4. Now stepping up to mix it with the big boys. Got a few driver changes this year. You'll notice that the Mercedes have been taken by I. Fishers and Lara Pell. J. Sarge has switched to Ferrari, the famous Scarlet Red team, for this season as reigning champion. He's currently in the pits as well, yet to come out for his first lap. Just what has happened.
We have an AlphaTauri round. G-Star Snipes at the top of the hill.
Just going to see where Ujoni can put himself. It's looking quick. It might get into the 127s. It does. It's good enough for provisional pole at this time. So we had six runners in Tier 2 that got into the 127s. We've had 2 here so far. Expect that to drop as the track rubbers in.
Definitely.
It's all about timing your laps, so you're one of the last ones out here, because track evolution does really mean a lot around here. Just coming to the end of Max's lap in the Williams, where he'll be able to put himself. He goes 5th with that run. try and see who is out on the track at the minute. We've got Kid Dynamite in the Red Bull this year, switched over from Aston Martin.
The champ has joined the track as well.
Solid lap there in third, and Jay Sarge is out for his first venture out on track this year. We'll come back towards him in a minute. La Rappel, look at that.
Wow.
We just cut to him there as he set a lap good enough for provisional pole. So we've got 5 now run. Literally, that is so close. You know, in tangible terms, that is a Rizzler paper between the two of them. So great lap there from the Mercedes man to put himself up onto that front row. Of course, with 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes to go, that will change.
Definitely.
But as far as banker laps go, that is a very good one indeed. We've got MTO on another outlap.
A lot of people have come out on just outlaps now. They're putting the softs on.
So they're going to get that run in before that final one. It's quite crucial, really, to get that first run as close as you can to your maximum. Don't really want to set anything too unrepresentative, because then it's not going to help you in trying to beat it. We're just going to see Jay Sarge go for his lap now, so I want to hang on board for or watch him the whole way round and see what our reigning champion, Tier 1 champion, is going to be able to do on his first timed run. Nice and tight there through turn 1, good traction out of it, and through 2. 3's a nothing corner really, you just got to straighten it up, and then we're extending that speed all the way down the straight into 4, runs out wide over the curb to get a good angle into the corner, gets the traction out of it, and then 5 and 6, avoiding the curbs all the time. He actually goes over them, which is brave. Down into 2 into the chicane, he carried good speed through there. Upshifts early to negate the wheel spin. Coming through into 9 and 10, wide entry through 9. Hits that apex on 10, no problem, no lockups. Meanwhile, the Slayer makes it 6 into the 127s. With provisional pole, 127.4. What is Jay Sarge going to be able to do with that? And he's quick as the ball in that middle sector, so this is looking really good here from the Ferrari driver.
It's on rails.
It looks absolutely planted through these corners. Look at that. The amount of angle he's able to attack that corner with. And he's able to extend the speed all throughout the straight. Look at that. Smashes the provisional pole time by 0.4 of a second. Makes it 7 runners into the 127s. And Jay Sarge very nearly taking it into the 126s. So that is quite the marker.
That's an opening salvo.
That is a statement. You know, I'm here to defend my championship. I've still got it. I'm still quick. And it's up to you guys to come and challenge me.
I bet Toto's kicking himself. Not holding on to him.
He's banging his hands on the desktop.
Definitely. This must have been a hell of an incentive for Bonotto to must have offered to get him over.
We'll pay you with passion and awful social media content. Just watching Evil Homer reserving here tonight come towards the end of his lap. 128, sitting 13th at the minute. His teammates on provisional pole. Can he move himself up? Don't think he can. I think his lap might have been deleted there.
Got some weather update as well. No surprise, it's going to be a dry one.
It's going to be a dry race here in Bahrain. Just looking at O'Fatch now, very interested to see how O'Fatch is going to do this season in Tier 1. Came into Tier 3, was on the pace almost immediately. Won a couple of races as well, and it was decided by the admins that his pace was too quick and we should stick him in Tier 1. So Very interesting narrative. We're going to see how the Haas driver gets on this year. He's got pace. He's very quick.
Yes, he looked quick in the Tier 2 at Silverstone when I saw him last.
And then in Tier 3 at Silverstone, he just absolutely wiped the floor with everybody.
Ah.
I mean, I didn't mind. He took points off my rival, so that was great. But yeah, quick driver, belongs in this tier. Looking forward to seeing how he's going to do coming towards the end of his first timed run in Tier 1. And that is puts him up in 4th place, so it's a Haas double row at the moment. There you go. Welcome to Tier 1, Fatch. And we'll just see where Fisher's. Oh, he pulls in right at the last minute. Very nearly takes out a Ferrari there. But I should imagine he's bailed out of that one, and he'll just get the one timed lap in at the end. So putting himself at a bit of a disadvantage. Just cutting to Damalek on Ujoni on his lap. He's 6/10 down on his best for Sector 1.
Just keep an eye on Kid Dynamite, who started a lap 2.
Just cut on board to him now. Had a bit of bad luck for the most part, you could say. Last year in Tier 1, just never really came together for him. He had a couple, I think he had a pole position and some good starts, some good qualifying sessions, but in the race just didn't have the luck. So he'll be hoping for better this year. Of course, MRCX Season 3 champion, so he knows what it takes to put a good season together. All starts here tonight, looking nice and smooth as well. As he goes into the final sector of the lap, we're going to see whereabouts he's up or if he's down. And he's up by 1/4 of a second, so if we can keep this all the way round, we could be looking at roughly about 5th or 6th place. Look at that, we've got 11 runners in the 127s.
More than we had.
More than nearly double the amount in Tier 2, so you can see the speed that these guys have. And where is Kid Dynamite going to put himself? It is an improvement.
Wow.
It is a big improvement, and it's up to 3rd place. So 2nd row of the grid, he might get back out, in and out again for another run.
I think you've got to be leaving the garage with about 2 minutes.
About 2.5 minutes roughly to go, because then you've got to you've got to account for all the people going on their laps and possibly have to slow, as we've just seen Wumax there slow down and try and get out of the way for somebody on a time lap behind them. So I think he'll be going again because he says he's already on one. Just switch to camo in the Aston Martin, who cut straight across 4, 5 and 6. Through the polystyrene for good measure as well. Invalidated lap, but he'll get to go again. What was you going to say there before all that pop came through?
No, I was just saying it's looking... these final runs for everybody are going to be really interesting.
Because it's so tight. I mean, the top 11 separated by less than a second. So every upshift, every downshift, every braking point, it all counts.
Definitely.
We've got a few people coming out, I think out for some more runs at the minute.
Guy Fatch, the Hasses are on outlaps, Ujoni is on an outlap.
Jay Sargent's decided to stay in the pits now.
He's on the way now.
He's just about to come out, is he?
He's just leaving the pits now.
There we go.
Plenty of space for him. He'll be one of the last cars over the line.
Final 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then it's all going to come down to this. Fishers, I believe, has started his lap now. So this is it for the Mercedes man. I think he's going to be one of the first to cross the line. Won't come up with a delta, of course. He's not set a lap time at all. It's a 106.4 in that 2nd sector. A straight and 2 corners to go. See if he's going to be able to lift him. lift himself up, takes a bit of the curb. That can disrupt your momentum through there, but I think he's got that one okay. And he'll go across the line. It's only 50.
Can go again. He's got the tyres.
Let's get a look at one of the Haas drivers. We've got O'Slayer just O'Fatch and the Slayer just ahead of O'Fatch on the track.
Purple first sector.
A bit wobbly there for O'Fatch, a bit further behind. Where is Ujoni within all of this? Second of the grid, so he's coming up to first sector at the minute. Got lots of guys trying to keep out of the way. I think Ujoni's had his lap. He's a second down anyway. Yeah, I think there's some track limits going on there.
Yeah, he has.
So that run is done and dusted. The Slayer, I think he might have run a bit too wide there as well. Either way, he's 0.3 down. O'Fatch is up by 1/100th. Or excuse me, 1/10th. So we might be seeing an improvement from the second Haas of O'Fatch. See where this is going to put him. He improves to 5th place. Puts himself ahead of the Slayer who came in.
Only racing in P4 as well.
You're not going to believe this. Jay Sarge is actually up at the moment by about 1/10. So could he be the first here this evening to get himself into the 126s? Oh, look at that.
Wow.
He's up by 0.3 of a second. I think he might do, I think he might get into the 126s. This is looking very good.
And then some.
He's looking absolutely at one with that Ferrari. Is our reigning champion, and we're going to go across the line. I think this is in the 126s. Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
126.7. Superlative lap there from Jay Sarge to stick it on provisional pole for the time being, unless anybody else can get in amongst him, or amongst it rather. Just
I might stay on the lap.
Just looking at Kid Dynamite now. He's 0.5 of a second down on that pole time. Got a little bit of wobbly there. But to all intents and purposes, this is looking a bit quicker. Oh, it's just on the marker, so hopefully he can make something up on this final sector.
So Clarence not going to hold him up.
He'll get that toe. That could potentially help. Yeah, we'll wait and see. Oh, he's gone wide. That might be a disallowed lap, and I think, yeah, he's going to bin that one come in. So unlucky there for Kid Dynamite. I Fishers, I think, has gone for another nope. He is trying to stay out the way of everybody else. I think that is going to be it. I think everyone has set a lap time now or is coming in. Yep. O'Fatch is coming in, and I'd imagine Fishers will also be coming in. So, yeah, slowing down, going to come in. There you go. That is your first qualifying session for this new season of MRC Tier 1. It is over, and it begins as the last season ends. We've got Jay Sarge on pole position with a 126.7. The only driver so far here tonight and in MRC to dip into that 126 in terms of lap time. Ujoni following it up behind in second. Kid Dynamite is in the pits, but a good lap to third nonetheless. I'm still really impressed by that lap from Jay Sarge. Absolutely
incredible
lap. Stonking lap. 0.5 of a second quicker than Ujoni there in second. Kid Dynamite is third. Laura Pell, good effort there to get that Mercedes into fourth, and Ollie Racing will be pleased completing that top five in the Alpha Tauri. Looking further down then, it's Stringy B in sixth. O'Fatch in the Haas is seventh. Sir Michael Finn in the Williams is eighth. The Slayer, the Haas teammate, is ninth, and Alex rounds out that top 10. It's Reese Whitcomb in 11th, MTO in 12th, 13th is I Fishers, 14th Camo Ball Boy, 15th Shadow Cobra, G-Star Snipes is 16th, 17th Gene Genie, Evil Homer 18th, Wimax 19th, and Night Shadow will bring up the rear of the grid in 20th place. Wouldn't say that was necessarily dramatic, but we had some good performances in there. At least half the grid in the 126s, 127, and then obviously Jay Sarge with a brilliant lap.
Mega.
Absolutely mega. I mean, where'd you go from that? If you're the other 19 drivers, you know, it's that first race of the season. You know, if you can get a good result here and get some momentum built, but then you see that 0.5 of a second quicker, and what does that do for your confidence?
You've just got to keep your head up as much as you can with it.
Wait and see if the strategy comes into play. There's a number of things you can do for the guys that set their lap times on the soft. You can go soft, medium, hard, or you can go soft, hard if you want to get the one stop, or soft, medium, medium. So there's many ways around it around here. Of course, a few risks of safety cars. We saw 3 in tier 2. Let's see if we get any here tonight. Just set everything else up as we get away for our formation lap, and then we'll go through that order for you again.
Tyres.
Just getting on that position change there. There we go.
Right, I'm just having a quick look at the tyres now.
Let's have a little look.
Everyone from 11th down, bar Night Shadow, are on mediums.
It's more or less the same story that we had for the tier 2 race. The better race tyre is the medium. So just because you didn't qualify in the top 10 doesn't mean you can't come through. That might come into play a little bit later on in the race. J Sarge will lead us away for this one. So reigning champion on pole. Starting as he means to go on in that Ferrari Ujoni, Ferrari powered Alfa Romeo there in second. Kid Dynamite, good qualifying session from him to put himself in third. Laura Pell behind in that Mercedes is fourth. Ollie Racing, formerly of Red Bull, now of AlphaTauri, is fifth. Stringy B in the Alfa Romeo is sixth. O'Fatch from tier 3 boosted up to tier 1 tonight, put himself in 7th for his tier 1 debut. Sir Michael Finn there in 8th. And the second Haas of the Slayer there in 9th. Alex reserving here for tier 1 tonight in 10th. Rounding out those points, paying positions. Reese Whitcomb there in 11th. MTO in that second Mercedes in, in the Aston Martin. There you go, the green Mercedes. MTO there in the Aston Martin. Let's see what he can do. I Fishers there in that second Mercedes, spinning up those rears, trying to get some warmth into them. Camo Ball Boy is 14th, that second Aston Martin. And Shadow Cobra, tier 2 champion from last season, is in 15th. G-Star Snipes, second Red Bull, 16th. Gene Genie in the Alpine, 17th. 18th is Evil Homer, Wimax, 19th. And then tier 2 commentator, Night Shadow on the softs, and in last place. So looking at the tyre strategies, it could make for a really interesting race, especially if you're one of those outside of that top 10. I mean, if you're Reese Whitcomb, MTO, I Fishers, you're possibly licking your lips at the prospect of this. We are, as we're about to get underway very, very shortly. Keep an eye on the front of the grid. Jay Sarge will lead us away now. The lights are out, and I think he gets a good start. Ujoni there in second. He can't quite get up, but Laura Pell's taken third place. Ollie Racing is up to fourth. O'Fatch as well is up to second. We've got a Haas there getting out of the way to turn 1, and we've got a Williams round, I think, and an AlphaTauri too. So it's all going off the back. Slayer got caught up in that as well.
It's Reese.
Look at that, an absolute gaggle of cars at the front and at the back, split into two parts at the minute. Stringy B trying to get it up the inside of O'Fatch, unable to, so O'Fatch up to sixth, and challenging Kid Dynamite goes for the move, and hits Ollie Racing, so that might be some damage on the front wing. That is allowing Stringy B up the inside there of Kid Dynamite. They're side by side into 9, and as that becomes... Yep.
Sorry, one of the other Red Bulls is at the back as well, G-Stars. I don't know what It's happened. I just cut to him and he was, looks like he was sideways. He might have been hit. Turn 4.
Might have got caught up in the scenes at the first couple of corners. And yeah, he's quite some distance behind now, isn't he? But you never know, a safety car could come into play.
Definitely.
And cut that gap down. Yeah, I think he's quick enough to make some of that up on his own as well. Jay Sarge, Jay Sarge, meanwhile, no problems up front. 0.7 seconds, well, nearly a second now. Oh, as we just seen, Kid Dynamite hit the wall. Got loose there on the exit of the final corner. We've seen that happen in real life.
Can't see any damage in the car he's pitting.
So he might trying to get. It might be a red wing, front wing change, but either way, not a great opening lap there for the Red Bull pairing, both down there in 19th and 20th place. So
just as a heads up as well, Shadow's up 8 places off the start in the Alpine.
That is absolutely mental. Throughout all of that, I didn't see that. But yeah, Shadow Cobra showing what he can do against the top guys. As Andrew said, worked his way up 8 places. Terrific start from him. It's still Jay Sarge, Ujoni, Laura Pell. Thatcher's managed to get up to 4th, trying to close that gap and trying to drop Ollie Racing, Street B. And look at that, Shadow Cobra trying to get involved as well. He's a little bit further back.
I was going to say, Shadow's a bit of a master of making the alternate strategy work, because he had that last time in Silverstone, didn't he? He started on the mediums and got them through.
Yes, he did. I think he did
Top
that for Tier 1
again.
as well.
Yeah, so he's one to watch at the minute.
Could potentially be a little bit of a dark horse there, Shadow Cobra. And as I said, the medium tyre is the better race tyre. The softs do fall off really, really quick. Although if you're Jay Sarge, that is not the case. He pumps in another fastest lap. And the Slayer, meanwhile, managed to get past Camo Ball Boy on the exit of the final corner. Got better drive, but look at that. Camo's just behind him, doesn't go for the move. And I'd imagine, because we've got DRS now, he was holding back for this straight. Started to settle down quite quickly after that initial couple of comings together, and I think the Slayer has gone marginally wide there. Dropped out of DRS range of Shadow Cobra ever so slightly. So line astern then from Jay Sarge all the way down to Stringy B. Look at that, Thatcher's gone really, really wide at the corner. You see him pop over. And I think he's gone through some of the polystyrene as well.
Yeah, the advertising hoardings.
As long as it wasn't the braking points.
Yeah.
Then we're all good. I think that happened in the Tier 2 race. Qualifying. It happened in the qualifying.
I think it did. I think there were a few missing.
Up top, Jay Sarge has opened that gap up to 1.2. Laura Pell a further second back. Thatch now on the back of the Mercedes. He's thrown it in a bit too deep there. That's going to affect his straight line speed. Down to turn 1, pops open that DRS. I think because of that mistake, he's going to be a bit too far back to make a move.
Keeping an eye on Slayer and Cobra.
I think Slayer has actually managed to make a move up the inside into turn 1. Slayer on the soft. Shadow, ooh, he's sticking his nose in there still. But then he drops back and falls into place. And I think Shadow Cobra would be wise not to fight this one too much. Try not to lose too much time. He's on a different strategy.
Oh, yellow flag.
And who would that potentially be for? We've got Woomax and Fishers have dropped to place.
Yeah.
I think it might be Woomax, who's potentially had a spin, maybe got a little bit loose. Out of 3, can happen. Getting that curb and it can spin you round, I can tell you about the curbs.
Definitely. Oh, that's wide, Cobra.
That's allowing Camo Boy. Look at that, he's going to have a look around the outside.
Watch yourselves there.
Not quite. So at the moment you would say the soft tyres have a marginal edge over the mediums, but I would expect that to change in a couple of laps time as the mediums start to come into their own from about lap 6 onwards. So,
yeah, I think it was lap 6 they were running out in our race, weren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So I think Shadow Cobra, if he can sort of hang on to the back of the Slayer, but he's lost the position there to Camo Boy, who's got that DRS and has got past for 8th place.
Just as we were saying about the softs, Sir Michael Finnan is into the pits.
So he's decided to bail out of those and get on some fresher tyres, set some faster lap times, see if he can undercut at all. Just hopped up towards the front. Thatcher's right on the back of Laura Pell. Laura Pell aided by the fact he's within a 1 second of Eugeni, so he'll get his own helping of DRS, which will help to defend a little bit from the Haas driver. Oh, as Thatch went super deep into turn 9. It's really easy to do. That corner can suck you in.
He's got 3 second penalty too.
That was he was taking avoiding action, trying to get out of the way of Laura Pell, so that was definitely the lesser of two evils, because it very nearly looked like he was going to run straight into the back. And I think Ollie Racing might have gone round. Yes, he has. So and I can tell exactly what's happened there. It might have got up on the curb on the exit. That unsettles the car, and he has gone round. Look at that, he's right under pressure from Night Shadow behind. So Night Shadow knows he's made a mistake. His tyres might be overheated. He's got to get past and make that move quick.
Smells blood in the water.
Absolutely, like a shark. As the Stringy B's come into pit, so he's the first of our top 5 to pit. Ollie Racing has binned off those tyres.
Probably overheated.
Exactly that. So we've got the two McLarens line astern. With Reese Whitcomb on those mediums, though, if I was Night Shadow, I might be tempted to let him go through. But of course, you know, this is only the first race. So these two might be racing it out, and we very nearly. I think he's done it. I think he's let him through. But we very nearly had an Alonso situation, didn't we? You must always leave it at the space.
Yeah, I think Zach Brown would have had a heart attack looking at that.
Exactly. But they've managed to swap. Reese Whitcomb will be looking to put those tyres to good use. So Thatcher's got up the back of Eugeni, almost pushing him along the straight. He's managed to get past Laura Pell. So we missed that within, as we were looking down the midfield. He's right on the back of Eugeni. He's got that 3 second time penalty to come into play towards the end of the race. But if I was him, I would take that 3 seconds over a retirement any day, because when he got that, it very much looked like he was heading straight to the scene of the accident with that one. But I think not.
Three of them hit.
I think Eugeni. So no, Thatcher's decided to stay out. Eugeni has come in. That promotes Laura Pell up to 3rd. It's going to be crucial where Eugeni comes out. Is he
swap with the Astons?
Yeah, a little bit of a slow stop there for Eugeni. Where is he going to come out in terms of a gap? Because obviously if he comes out in traffic, it's going to be difficult to make that undercut work.
Stringy.
There we go. So now he's got to set some quick lap times, trying to get those tyres warmed up. Oh, I think that might be Night Shadow. Oh no, he was coming out of the pits there, excuse me. Just saw him drop down at the same time as the yellow, and I thought that might have been for him. But Thatcher's, excuse me, trying to keep on top of everything there. Thatcher went up to second when Eugeni pitted, excuse me. But he's trying to make headway into that 2.3 second gap. MTO and Night Shadow having it out in the Aston Martin and Alpine. MTO just getting up the inside of Tier 2 champion there.
iFish is joining the party too.
Camo Racing as well. Look at that further back. iFish is getting past Camo Boy. So he's managed to mug him there on the inside. He's run a little bit wide.
Camo stay behind.
I think he's going to try and go for that move. He's going to get the DRS, Will Camo. As Thatcher and Laura Pell into the pit. So JSAR's choosing to stay out and extend those softs. further up. Look at that Shadow Cobra and MTO still going for it. Shadow Cobra keeping that place. MTO tucking in. Eye Fishers and Camo Ball Boy as you were. Ooh, that was very wide there from Camo, so maybe take an avoiding action, but either way he's dropped right back. And it's Eye Fishers versus MTO now for 4th place, both on medium tyres. Probably looks
Shadow's just going to run for the hills now. Get away.
Got to break that one, that second DRS window. MTO is no slouch.
Nope. Can attest to that myself.
Look at that, the gap up top at the moment between Jay Sarge and the Slayer is 7 seconds. But we'll be waiting to see where Ujoni comes out once Jay Sarge makes a stop, see if he's made any time up. Ujoni right on the back of O'Fatch.
O'Fatch has gone on the softs again.
As Stringy B and Evil Homer trade positions. And Lord Pell gets past him too.
He's in.
Jay Sarge has come into the pits then, so race leader in. And we will see where he comes out relative to Ujoni, who was second at the time.
I'll keep an eye on where he is.
There we go, so the Slayer in also.
Last corner, Ujoni.
Here we go, so Ujoni's coming out down the pit straight now. And if you look to your left-hand side, there he is. There is Jay Sarge. Has he managed to get him? I don't think he has. I think it's going to be close. Look, there he is.
O'Fatch is between them.
So O'Fatch has caught up massively throughout all that. He's benefited hugely, but I think that's because he went to the softs, which is outright speed. He's going for the outside on turn 4, and I think he might get this one done. Jay Sarge is still on the inside. He manages to squeeze him out by the time they get down to 5 and 6. Oh, he got on the curb there. He had a big moment. He almost had a swapper, and that allowed Jay Sarge back through. And O'Fatch trying to get the switch back there out the hairpin through 9 and 10. It's not really a passing place. Going to have to hold off. Don't outbrake yourselves. Don't go into the back. Kept that nice and tidy. This is the battle for the net lead. Jay Sarge, O'Fatch and Ujoni a bit further back. It's these two that are having it out. O'Fatch on the softer compound tyre. He has the pace currently. Of course, he might pay for that a little bit later. But if he can make it work. He's got so much more grip than his rival there.
Definitely. I was going to say, if I was Sarge, I might think about maybe letting him go, sticking with him for a few laps.
Exactly that, because it's that thing, isn't it? It's about 6 laps. Well, 5 after this one. And as we go for the move now, so O'Fatch is going past Jay Sarge there. Jay Sarge tucking in, nearly taking out his front wing there for good measure. 3-second time penalty for Reese Whitcomb. So that is the change for the net lead. Of course, O'Fatch on a different strategy to Jay Sarge, so I don't think Jay Sarge should be worried too much.
No. Shouldn't be.
Track position can be key around here. O'Fatch managed to get past. And if these two can hold each other up, then Ujoni might come back into play. Jay Sarge nearly taking himself out there on the back of the Haas at the hairpin. Oh, looking fairly good though. Alex with a 3-second time penalty. Eye Fish is currently leading at the minute, still to make a stop. Shadow Cobra just behind. MTO nose to tail, exactly that. And you got Reese Whitcomb and MTO doing the same thing. No retirements yet so far. 20 cars are still running.
No, Shadow Cobra nearly just lost his wing. He's coming in.
So Shadow Cobra in. First of our medium runners then, I think, to stop.
What's he going to go on to?
I have a feeling he might be going on to the hard. O'Fatch with the fastest lap, 1:30.7 on those softs. So, look at that. So Camo's going to the end. He's going to go on to those hard tyres. Shadow Cobra going medium. He's going to go on to the soft at the end. I would predict.
Does he have the spare set?
Well, that is true, yeah. Meanwhile, further back, Jay Sarge has managed to get past O'Fatch. So that is for the net race lead. He's done that on mediums as well.
And gapped him as well.
Which is no less than impressive.
Insane.
Let's have a look and see who's had a pit stop and who hasn't. So top 4 yet to stop. Which means once they do, Jay Sarge will inherit the lead. O'Fatch in second, Ujoni there in third. Or net third, rather.
Yes.
But then, of course, it'll be a slow burner towards the end because we've still got the alternate strategies to play out.
No safety cars yet either.
Exactly. So all looks fairly settled at the moment. That could still change. MTO deciding to box along with I Fisher. So this is going to be a Mercedes versus Aston Martin battle in the pits. Jay Sarge with the fastest lap, 1:30.1, and that is on mediums. So impressive pace there. O'Fatch just about trying to keep up on those softs.
You can see the difference between 2-lap old tyres and 11-lap old tyres as you just gone around the outside of Genie.
Just absolutely powered his way through. No, Fatch has done the same thing. Genie playing the long game there, I think. Just letting him go through. Knows he's not racing them immediately for the moment.
He's a very tactical driver. He's very, very intelligent. Knows what he's doing. And I'm not just saying that.
No, exactly that. Because I mean, it's so hard to do though, because you want to race for that position, but it's just you got to run your own race, and you know that you're going to lose too much time if you did that. It's very mature driving there from Rob in 4th place in that Alpine, runner-up last year, of course.
Yes. Very firm believer of discretion being the better part of valour.
So Reese Whitcomb currently in the lead at the minute, yet to stop. Jay Sarge and O'Fatch second and third have taken their stop. Genie will, Genie will make a stop soon. So
lap Genie.
Lap 13. So we're nearly halfway through this one. Look at that street right on.
Sorry.
No.
I was going to say, judging from Genie and Reese, I'm guessing they're on the one stop. With how many laps they've done.
O'Fatch and Jay Sarge still having it out. O'Fatch gets up the inside there at turn 4, runs a bit wide. That's going to allow the momentum to Jay Sarge. He's going to stick his nose there in 5 and through 6. No, it's a bit too dangerous to do that there. But I think if you're Jay Sarge, you'll just be, you know those softs will go off in the next 3 or 4 laps. So, if you could just hang there in the back of O'Fatch,
you can play the waiting game.
Exactly that, and everything will be all right on the night, hopefully. But these two catching up, Reese Whitcomb. So you would imagine Reese is going to make his pit stop soon. And I think whoever has gone round has got going again. Just wait and see what the McLaren does. But of course, this will
gearbox.
Well, this will give O'Fatch another dose of DRS if I think Reese has come in. Yeah, so Reese is in now. So that was real release. The front 2 into the lead and into second place. O'Fatch, helped by that DRS, manages to stay in front. Jay Sarge very nearly went into the back. He's gone very wide and he's outside of that second window now. Just outside, rather. He'll still get the DRS, but he's too far back for a move. And look at them. Both of these guys have dropped Ujoni. So throughout all of that, Ujoni is lost out a fair bit because he was right in amongst these two before the first round of stops. And now he's under pressure from Stringy B and Laura Pell behind. Back to the front it is No quarter given between O'Fatch, who's Tier 1 debut tonight, versus the reigning champion. Oh, O'Fatch has gone very wide there out of 10. Luckily that's okay. I'm surprised he didn't come up with a warning or anything there. Yellow in sector 2, so 14 laps, 15 to go, halfway through. Still got everyone running here tonight. All 20 runners.
Michael Finn missing a bit of his front wing. That was the cause of the yellow.
And I think that's what's allowed Evil Homer to get past into 7. Look at that, he's dropping down. Fisher's now up.
Yeah, no
7th
grip.
and an 8th, yeah, so I'd love to pull away and have a look at them, but these two are going absolutely hammer and nails for the lead of this race. Jay Sarge with the DRS. Oh no, he didn't have it there. Same thing again, pushing O'Fatch through the corners. You should I would imagine those tyres are starting to go off. As O'Fatch is starting to slide more and more. Jay Sarge pulls out to the right hand side, goes to the lead into turn 4, gets that one done. Doesn't need to run it wide. He's got the pace over O'Fatch and he's back into the lead again. So the pole sitter back out in front. O'Fatch behind in second. Will need to stop again. He's gone soft. So we need to get on a harder compound, whereas Jay Sarge can go for the softer option toward the end of the race if he wishes. We've got a yellow flag out. I think Genie has had a moment somewhere.
Yeah, he has.
But he's got going again. So, and again, he's on those hard tyres. He's just got onto those hard tyres. So it's the same problem I had. Just couldn't get them up to temperature. And you know, your risk of spinning has gone round. Something's happened to Jay Sarge.
Right.
O'Fatch has gone through the corner. Jay Sarge has spun. So I think Jay Sarge has got on that inside curb at that fast right-hander just before this corner here. Oh no, so Jay Sarge will need to come in again. So he's, as I said, he got on that curb, he spun around, it spat him off the track, and I think he may have hit the wall. That put O'Fatch back up into the lead of the race. And I think, as you said, yeah, Jay Sarge has got some understeer. He's coming in. So unplanned pit stop for Jay Sarge. A mistake there from our reigning champion. And this is going to be a nose change. O'Fatch taking the lead. Eugenie in second, Stringy B up to third. So Alfa Romeo 2 and 3. And this is not a great start to the championship for Jay Sarge. Not the one that he would have wanted. An unfortunate error, and it's going to drop outside of the points into 15th, 16th, 17th now, and he is going to have quite the job to get some points from this one. With just over 13th to go, O'Fatch now de facto leader, going wide there through 9 and 10. It's not the first time he's done that tonight.
Oh, there's wing damage from Genie too. He's having a nose change.
So the two title rivals from Season 4 in the wars here this evening, Jay Sarge and Genie. Two quick fire errors leading to damage, needing to come in and pit and get that sorted. Genie 8, full pit stop behind Sir Michael Finn, so he really needs a safety car, as does Jay Sarge. O'Fatch leading this race, coming in for his stop now. So he'll get on the mediums or the hards. That puts Eugenie up into the lead.
Stringy in 2.
Laura Bell second. Yes, so so the other Alfa Romeo of Stringy B's come in to stop as well. Slayer's up to third. That's promoted him. As we go through, you can see there iFisher's Shadow Cobra, MTO at the background in the background there. All been promoted, and just like that the complexion of this race has changed, with Jay Sarge having that error and needing to come into pit. O'Fatch as well on that different strategy. This is all to play for now, I think.
Definitely.
Stringy B and Ollie Racing going for it. Look at that. Stringy B just getting past Ollie Racing there. We've got a yellow flag again. Who was that for? I think that might... Lorapel, so Lorapel in the Mercedes. What has happened to him? I think he's managed to get going again. Oh, he's got no front wing. Oh, and the Slayer goes into the back as well. Has he picked up any damage?
Not that I can see.
Seemed okay. Lorapel picked up a 3-second time penalty. So another front wing change then for one of our Tier 1 drivers here tonight. And that is 3 front wings and as many laps for 3 different drivers.
Just keep an eye on the shadow battle with Fishers.
Eugeni's coming to pit as well, so where is he going to go out versus O'Fatch? O'Fatch is only 1.6. So we've got the top 2 into pits. Lorapel will pit as well, so that's going to put Fishers into the lead. But I'm interested. So Shadow Cobra's just gone through as well. I'm interested to see where Eugeni's going to come out versus O'Fatch. I think O'Fatch has gone through. He has by quite considerable margin. So he's only looking to take these towards the end now.
He's got 2 hard runners ahead of him as well. 3, actually.
There we go. Wow, we've still got 1 driver out there who's yet to stop. Incredible, incredible effort from Womax in the Williams in 13th place. The only driver here yet to stop. Everyone here has taken 1 or 2. Top 3, I'd imagine will stop again. That'll put O'Fatch out into the lead.
17 laps on those mediums.
Great effort. O'Fatch just managed to get past MTO before the braking zone. Stringy B past Camo, so Aston Martin's dropping down a place apiece. In the same corner. Just want to see what these two, the top 2 do. I'd imagine they'll go on to the soft for the final, for their final stint.
You'd assume so.
There goes, wow, Stringy B, 130 point. Well, 130 dead.
Alex in the AlphaTauri. Dodge up another place.
I'm just looking at the, everyone's tyre strategies. I'm just trying to think whereabouts people are going to be. But I mean, other than O'Fatch, who's there in 3rd, and he's made his stops now, and I'm just, it could be anyone could get themselves up onto the podium here tonight.
It's going to be an interesting one. Stringy's had a spin.
Further down, so he might drop out the points. Jay Sarge, no, he doesn't. So Jay Sarge is on the back of him though, trying to get back into those points and recover something from this evening. These 2 line astern still. Shadow Cobra and Fishers.
Shadow's got a pen.
So 3-second penalty there for the Tier 2 reigning champ. There we go.
He's
so
coming in.
Shadow Cobra's in. That releases Fishers and O'Fatch. Fishers. Well, actually, I don't know. So Fishers on the hard. He won't need to stop again.
No, but he's got O'Fatch less than a second behind him.
On softer tyres and on 5-lap younger tyres. So, I mean, this might be a little bit elementary, but we'll wait and see what sort of defence Fishers can put up. Ooh.
Reese on the back of Eugeni.
See how much more grip O'Fatch has through the corners as we cut to, Reese Whitcomb and Eugeni having it out. Eugeni just keeping Reese Whitcomb at bay there. Keeps hold of 4th place for now.
Sarge up the inside of Dynamite. And nicely done.
That is 2 points as it stands for Jay Sarge.
I think he's going to get a bit more.
Trying to recover this drive after that error. Sir Michael Finn, I think, has gone round that. is the reason for sector 1 at yellow. Look at that, you got Stringy B, Jay Sarge, Kid Dynamite. All within close quarters.
Less than 3/10 now with those Thatcher Knight eye fishers. I think it might be this lap.
And Ollie Racing is helping these two out on 13 lap old hards. I should imagine he'll be coming in for another stop.
Thatcher's gone for it. He's got him.
This time one. There we go. So that is the move for the outright race lead. Stringy B getting past Ollie Racing further back.
He's got a gap in there.
Kid Dynamite with an unfortunate penalty speeding in the pit lane. Didn't get that down in time, so Stringy B up to 8th.
Sarge is all over the back of him.
As we cut down towards 5 and 6, yeah, you can see he's able to follow Stringy B through the corners, no problem at all. I mean, Stringy B got a lap less on his boots.
You wouldn't think it.
You wouldn't think it at all, but Jay Sarge has just got the pace here to put that car wherever he needs it to be. Got another yellow down in sector 1, don't know who that's for. Someone going a bit too slowly. I think they've got going again.
Yeah.
Stringy B really having to defend from Jay Sarge. 8 to go. O'Fatch leading this one. I Fishers behind in second. He dropped back slightly. You would expect that on the harder tyre, and 5 laps more on them as well. O'Fatch taking that fastest lap away from Jay Sarge. I have a feeling the pass is going to come here. From the Ferrari over the Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo goes defensive. Jay Sarge will go for the outside. Shadow Cobra 129.4 for a new fastest lap. Look at that, Jay Sarge with the switchback. Not once but twice, but I think Stringy B has just held that one off. Jay Sarge will have the DRS on the run down to 4. And Stringy B putting up a great defence, but I think he's ran a bit wide and they touched there, and Stringy B is not letting this one go, is he? And Jay Sarge has managed to get round the outside at 6 and into 7 in the hairpin, eases him wide. Stringy B still not giving this one up, no. And he's got up the inside of 9. That is a very, very difficult place to pass. I can't believe he's done that there. But Stringy B still holds on to 7th, and he's got the DRS as well. Look at that, Jay. This is getting very spicy, and this is only for 7th place.
You wouldn't think so, would you? You think this is the race win?
Exactly that. Stringy B doing his absolute utmost to keep the reigning champion behind.
Very wide Alfa Romeo there.
You've seen that Alonso meme where they just photoshopped his car out to like 10 feet. It's a similar sort of thing.
MTO's in.
Final stop of the night there for MTO. Get himself on those softs. See if he can get himself a fastest lap and an extra point, as well as some extra positions. Jay Sarge going for it again. He goes for the inside this time, up into turn 1. Stringy B still runging it up on the outside. Jay Sarge eases him wide. He had a little bit of a moment there that allowed Stringy B back for a moment. And look at that, he's got the DRS as well, and he's gone for the outside at 4. Side by side, is he able to get the switch back? Jay Sarge is trying to just run him wide gently, trying to cover off the attempts to come back, and I think he's got that one sorted. Stringy B put up an excellent fight. That was good defensive driving, good awareness from Jay Sarge as well. Top racing for the pair of them. Yeah,
very Mercedes 2014, isn't it?
Exactly that. And Jay Sarge up to 6th. So that is 8 points as things stand for the reigning champion. O'Fatch still leading, just managing that gap of 1.2 to 1.4 seconds from my Fishers. Ujoni there hanging on solidly in 3rd, and Reese Whitcomb has done well to work his way up to 4th. He does have a penalty though.
I don't think Sarge is done.
I think he's chasing after Camo Ballboy now. Just going to switch to the penalties so you can see there on the left hand side. what to consider. Oh, Thatcher's got a penalty of 6 seconds.
You can drop to third at this rate.
We've just seen that, yeah. So oh, Thatcher's got it all to do. So even though he's had the pace, these next 5 laps is when it's going to really count. Otherwise, Fishers and Ujoni, yeah, you're right, will jump ahead. And Stringy B still trying to put Jay Sarge under pressure for that 6th place.
Stringy's DRS.
He had a look, he showed his hand, tried to get Jay Sarge to make a mistake, but Jay Sarge is a cool customer. And he saw that one come in and kept his line and his composure. And he's really chasing down Camo Boy in that Aston Martin now.
Look at the tyres, 12 laps he's been on those hards.
It's going to be a difficult one for Camo to keep the Ferrari behind, but we'll see. Up front, Thatcher's got the memo. Look at that, he's opened that gap up to 2.7 now, so he needs another 3 seconds, and I think Jay Sarge is going to get this one done around the outside. It's where he spun earlier.
Nice.
And he shows he was unfazed by that. Good move around the outside. Look at that Stringy B looking to follow him through down the straight.
It's a wheel.
And he should have this one done before the corner. There's a little move there to the left hand side, but Camo was wise to it, of course. Stringy B is now going to have to defend down this straight. I don't think he got that DRS. Be surprised if he did. Yes, he did. But Camo looking to go to the outside. Oh! Stringy B.
A bit of contact.
Yeah, a bit of contact there. Camo was on the outside. Stringy B, I think, squeezed him out of the road. I don't think that's going to hurt Camo Boy too much, but could potentially be one for the stewards to look at later. Potentially. Kid Dynamite, Ollie Racing, look at that, going, oh, as we just seen, Ollie Racing, Kid Dynamite come to... excuse me, Kid Dynamite there. That spun out of 2. Those tyres have absolutely gone. Trying to get that turned around again, very difficult. And he's got it going again now, but I'd imagine that will be coming in to change tyres and or potentially retire towards the end of that race now. He's dropped down to last with that. Meanwhile up top, Thatch do what he needs to do. He's opened that gap up over Fishers to 3 seconds now. He needs another 3 in the next 3 laps, so a second per lap. He's got to open up. Can he do it? Ujoni in 3rd. Reese Whitcomb behind in 4th, although he does have those 6 seconds to be added on. That could promote Jay Sarge, who's worked his way into 5th. So good recovery. Brilliant recovery there from Jay Sarge. Stringy B behind in 6th. Dropping back now. I think those tyres are starting to go off. Camo in 7th. We lead Aston Martin at the minute. Shadow Cobra in 8th with a 3-second time penalty. So that might bring the Slayer into it towards the end. MTO rounding out those points in 10th. On the soft tyres though to finish. So the closest battle within that top 10 is going to be between Stringy B and Jay Sarge. I think La Rappel has had it. No, he's in the pits. Excuse me, that is why he's been overtaken there. Stringy B going very wide, and then he's going to drop back massively from Jay Sarge. The gap up top though is now 4 seconds between Thatch and Fishers. I think he's going to do it. 2 more seconds and well, be 3 laps including this one.
If he loses it on penalties, I know the pain. I know the pain myself.
Yep. But he's doing everything that he needs to do at the minute to try and take this win. I mean, those 5 laps and the softer tyre, the softer compound. Shadow Cobra gets past Bull Boy for 7th. Really showing the difference now. Ofach only needs to find 1.5 seconds to be in with the shot and winning this one. Fisher's 4.5 further back in second, Ujoni third. Solid drive from the Alfa Romeo man.
Yeah, it's been sublime.
Been in the mix all evening. Done what he needs to do. Can't ask for more than that. Reese Whitcomb behind him fourth. He come from a quite, I think it was 11th. So he's done pretty well. Get himself into... Oh, Ofach has got another 3-second time penalty. That is really thrown a spanner into the works. He's got 9 seconds now.
Oh.
He is going to be kicking himself with that because it was 1.5 seconds that he needed to find. And now he's got to find a whole lot more.
It's looking... I think that's it now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think with that, 2 laps to go. And he's got to find, well, another 4 seconds.
Yeah, and I can't see it happening.
I mean, he's quick, but he's not that quick. Surely. So that... I mean, if you're iFishers, you're looking at that, and because you'll see that up on the top left. And he will be spurred on by that. I don't think iFishers has won a Tier 1 race yet. Still got to keep it on the black stuff. But it is looking very, very positive for the Mercedes man now. After those 3-second penalties for Ofach up top. I think Jay Starge stands... Looks like he's standing to finish 4th at the minute. Shadow Cobra closing up on Stringy B. The Slayer closing up on Camo Ballboy. So those tyres really starting to go off for the Aston Martin driver.
I think I've had it. 16 lap on the hards.
So Michael Finn with the fastest lap of the race, 1:28.7. He's in 20th place, so he won't get that point. But it's something to take into the next round at Imola next week, which I'm sure everybody is looking forward to.
I've had some good runs around that little track. It's quite a fun one.
Oh, it's a proper track, isn't it? Proper track, that. Look at this. Shadow Cobra going for the move now on Stringy B. He's got 3 seconds, so this might come back in the stewards, but he's got that one done before they get to the braking zone. Further back, look at that. The Slayer going for the outside, moving Camo. Camo does the smart thing and tucks in. If he can keep that gap of 5 seconds, he'll keep hold of 9th place.
And there to the end.
I mean, Ofach has opened that gap up to 6.5.
He's not going to get the 2.5 in the lap, in the rest of the lap.
Wait and see is coming out of the second sector now into the final straight, and then a corner and a half. He's got to find 2 seconds within that. I mean, it'll be nothing short of a miracle. It's not happened. Ofach will win on the road here for Tier 1 here tonight in Bahrain, but he's got 9-second penalty, so we're waiting to see iFishers take this win, which he does, and that is his maiden win. Ofach in second, Ujoni excellent performance in third, Reese Whitcomb does finish 4th on the road, but his penalty kicks in, that puts Jay Sarge up to 4th. Good recovery drive from the reigning champ. Stringy B in 6th, Shadow Cobra dropping back to 7th because of that penalty. The Slayer, so it's a double Haas points finish, and it's a double Aston Martin points finished as well, 9th and 10th for Camo Ballboy and MTO. Ollie Racing there in 11th. His teammate coming through to finish 12th, and don't think anybody was lapped either, so 13th, 14th then for Evil, Homer and G-Star Snipes. Laura Pell, unfortunate there for 15th. Possibly could have got more here tonight. Genie pushes himself up to 15th, so last season's runner-up. Max 17th. Kid Dynamite finishes the race in 18th. Night Shadow will cross the line 19th. And I think this is going to be an MRC first for Tier 1, most definitely. Every single driver has crossed the line here. Sir Michael Finn rounds out that top 20.
No safety cars either.
No safety cars. Straight run through to the line. Some good overtakes, some good strategies. Some good battles in that as well. And a deserving winner. I think that is the first win for iFisher's driver of the day as well, no less.
Drove fantastically.
He drove absolutely brilliantly here tonight, and he's ended up with the win. Fatch in second there, and Eugeni there in third. Solid podium from the Alfa Romeo man. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one, Tier 1. That was a real treat tonight. Fully deserving top 3. Some good recovery drives, some good battles, a bit of drama in there as well. And all 20 cars finishing perfect way to kick off Tier 1, and Season 5 will just run through the order now. There we are. iFish has confirmed 13th to first. I don't think you can look past him for driver of the day, to be honest. Fatch there in second. Unfortunate with that final 3-second penalties, but he does finish on the podium. Eugeni rounding out the top 3. Jay Sarge there in fourth. Reese Whitcomb 5th, Stringy B 6th, Shadow Cobra is in 7th, Slayer, Double Haas points finish with 8th, Double Aston Martin points finish with 9th, 10th, Camo and MTO, Ollie Racing 11th, 12th, Alex, Evil Homer 13th, 14th, G-Star, 15th, Genie, Laura Pell 16th, WeMax 17th, Kid Dynamite, Night Shadow, Sir Michael Finn round out your finishers. And I think we've got a little bit of a lobby glitch at the moment, so I'm going to take this time to close out, and yeah, same time next week. I think it's at a slightly later time, at 8:45, just to allow everybody to get ready. We'll be racing in Imola for Tier 1 next week. Hope you've had a good evening from myself and Andrew here tonight. Good night.
Night.